The next one is, well, this is one of the speakers I'm going to have, Anton Schwartz. He's a tenor sax player. He does a lot of things. When I asked him what he wants to do, he wants to publicize his gig, drive music sales, get clinic workshop engagements, and drive his app sales. And those are only his primary goals. His secondary goals are introduce people to his music, teach people about improvisation and how to practice effectively, and get people on his mailing list. So this is a guy who's very clear, and he's got a lot of goals, which the more things you try and get your website to do, the more difficult it becomes. Mm-hmm. But let us see what we have here for Anton. Here is his site.
Yeah. Really like the homepage. Again, professional photo stands out right away. Nice branding, nice colors, clear menu. The join the mailing list you'll see is way at the bottom, and it's just a little text link at the footer. So that's something that stood out to me as something that could be improved, where you have like an email capture form higher up on the page. Again, why should they join your mailing list? What value, getting back to what you're saying, Mike, like what value are they going to get by joining the mailing list? If it's important to have that as one of your goals for sure. So I would maybe take that and make it a little bit more visual and a little bit more popping out on the page, higher up. One thing I noticed, and this is just because I was browsing through this morning, but if you go to the CDs page, Mike, first of all, I love how this is laid out. You're giving people context. This is exactly what I was talking about with the music page, like quotes from reviews right alongside the album. You can read more about each album. There's links. I would love to see a direct to fan link. And I think the closest thing to it, Anton, if you're watching this, is the CD Baby links. But unfortunately, if you click on those links, CD Baby's direct to fan store shut down. And they actually, Bandzoogle now is working with CD Baby for fulfillment for CD Baby artists. We partner with CD. So I forgot to mention this off the top, but you asked about similar platforms. CD Baby had Host Baby, which was a website platform for musicians for many, many years, and they decided to shut it down, and we migrated all the Host Baby members to Bandzoogle last year. So now they're all on Bandzoogle, and CD Baby shut down their direct to fan store, and CD Baby members are being encouraged to use Bandzoogle to sell their CDs direct to fan. If they need fulfillment, we can connect you with CD Baby's fulfillment warehouse. So it's something of note for Anton and anyone else watching that has active links going, because if you click on that, it goes to a link saying, oops, the store doesn't exist anymore, that kind of thing. So because you're making more money with that link, I'm guessing, and you're able to collect email addresses that way, but unfortunately that store doesn't exist anymore.
And Anton has a special skill, which is he is a coder. So he's able to do a lot of this stuff. One of the things he's proud of is he's right here. You can play his music, and the music plays regardless of where you are on the site, which is kind of cool. It doesn't abruptly stop when you go to the contact page, and it's he's obviously a great player, so it's some really terrific music.
Nice. Yeah, we have music players and music store, but we also have a site-wide music player feature. So it's a similar concept. You can add it, and there's different placements for it, but you can fan, compress, play, and like you said, listen throughout. You can even, with our player, you can even buy the music or download it for an email address through that actual site-wide player. But yeah, that's great, because someone can click play on the homepage, like you said, and go to the contact or go browse the page, and you're listening to his great music. So that's really cool.
And he does a good job of keeping his blog active. It's difficult to be writing every best practices say you should be writing a blog post every day, but that's very difficult. But the benefit of the more frequently you can write something and add something to your site, that gets Google's attention. And if you're writing and using keywords that go to what you're trying to promote, that drives more traffic to your site. You pick that up in your email magnet. This is how you build a list that all works together.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah.
And I'm assuming, if I have a Bandzoogle site, I can have a blog.
Yep. Yep,
And I'm
absolutely.
assuming that you guys are effective at helping me do search engine optimization, SEO.
We are, yeah. So we automatically do a lot of those things behind the scenes, but you can dive in if you know what you're doing. Again, you can dive in and customize, all the page titles and descriptions and the tags and um, our music players. Our events calendar is part of the event schema for Google. So if you have live events, they're going to show up. Like when someone does a Google search of your artist name, our events calendar is coded in a way so that Google grabs that information so they can show that as part of your knowledge panel as an artist automatically. So we have things set up so that you don't have to worry about coding that in yourself. We've done it for you. We've worked with Google to make sure that that's going to happen automatically. So things like that. But you can definitely dive in and do all that stuff and have a blog, which is, like you said, one of the most important things. New content. Google loves fresh content, keywords, just, letting Google know that you're talking about a specific subject, and, that can help drive people to your site.